right, guys, welcome back to another edition of Boss Babe Brews. I'm Valerie.
I'm Marlena.
And that's all you say. Like, I don't understand why you don't ever take it from me.
Please keep this.
Because everything I say, she makes fun of right now. You can't keep hitting me. That's literally disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
She was just going for a fly.
I had to go bleach my hand.
Anyhow, guys, welcome back to another edition today. Today we have Danielle Massi on. She is a shadow worker. Is that what I say, shadow worker?
Yeah.
Oh, shadow worker.
You know what? It sounds like something else.
I know. That's what I was thinking for a minute. She does shadow work, and I'm really excited to have her on. She matches our vibe on this show so wonderfully. I feel like I've known her forever, and we met one time before in the cafe, but just talking to you a little bit, like, this is fun already. You totally fit in with us. And I like she has a bad mouth like us too.
We're going to have a fucking blast. Let's
Fuck
go.
yeah, we are. Woo, yeah. Marlena, what are you drinking today from the cafe?
I'm drinking a pumpkin pie iced latte with white chocolate drizzle and oat milk.
We brought back our fall drinks. Halloween and fall is already rolling in the cafe. And if you haven't seen it before, we have brought back our
Smoke box flight. So it's our Halloween preset iced flight. And it's 4 different specialty flavors. And it comes in a box. And when you open it, all of the smoke comes out. It's super cute. Definitely recommend while it's here.
Yep, while it's here. It's only here till the end of October. Yeah. Yep, but besides that, we had a really great week in the cafe. It feels good being back in. We went to Disney a couple weeks ago and loving all my customers. I missed you all very much. It was nice to be on vacation, but it's nice to be back in the cafe.
It's already feeling like fall out too.
Yeah, it's too fucking cold, actually.
Yes.
I hate the cold, literally.
And we brought back our mac and cheese flights so you can warm up with those.
Yeah. But this year, you can't choose between 8 flavors. I already have 4 preset ones, so
It's really yummy.
suck it up and eat it, Buttercup. All right, guys, we'll be back in just a minute with Danielle.
Welcome back to Boss Babe Brews. Today we have special guest Danielle. Danielle Massi is a best-selling author, international keynote speaker, and the go-to expert on Jungian psychology. Her book, Shadow Work, became an international hit, and her brand new Shadow Work deck is already shaking up the self-help world. Featured everywhere from Oprah Daily to Shape Magazine, Danielle helps people face the parts of themselves they've been avoiding and turns those shadows into pure power.
Pure power. I love it. All right, Danielle, welcome to Boss Babe Brews. So explain to me what shadow working is, please.
Yeah, that's always the first question everybody has. So shadow work is the process of going into the stuff that you're burying in your brain, the stuff that you're hiding from yourself that pops up on you every once in a while.
Like subconscious?
Unconscious. So even deeper than that.
Oh.
Do you ever have a time where like somebody around you is getting triggered by something and you're like, chill out? It's not really that big of a deal. It is bothering them because there's something that's happened to them in their life that's made it so that they're feeling that moment really big and you're not. Or vice versa. When you get triggered and you're like, Marlena, why is it that that's even making you upset? It's not a big deal.
Okay. So is it more like an anxiety or not anxiety?
It can be anxiety. To understand it a little bit deeper, basically our brains kind of work like a junk closet. Every second of every day, our brain is taking information and it's throwing it in the junk closet if we don't need it or we don't know where to put it. So if you're like throwing a pair of shoes you've never worn in there, anything, eventually that junk closet gets so full that it can't hold anything in anymore and it starts to overflow.
Okay.
So shadow work is like slowly opening up that closet, pulling out the shit that you can and putting it somewhere. So it's not going to fall out on you all the time.
Got you. Okay.
Does that like involve your dreams too?
It can. So when that junk closet gets so filled up, you start to have dreams, like anxiety dreams. Really common ones that people have all the time are like teeth falling out or feeling like you're falling, naked in a classroom.
That's the worst, when you wake up and you feel like you're falling.
Yep. And that is a sign that you have anxiety.
Oh, wow.
And
I used to have dreams that I would fly down stair steps. What is that?
That's probably a loss of control.
You're just goofy.
Oh, wow. You're a bitch.
These are my 2 favorite people. Just in case anybody wanted to know.
Oh my God.
Put the fly
But I
down.
just saw a fly. But I used to, especially a lot when I was younger, I used to have dreams that I was at the top of a steps, and I would actually float all the way down. I would never get hurt or nothing like that, but I would float down the steps.
So maybe that isn't an anxiety thing because you had control in that moment, like you're controlling chaos in some way. It could have been a fall down, but you floated down.
Right. Okay.
The people who started all of this were Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung. That's why it's Jungian psychology.
Okay.
And Sigmund Freud was big into dream interpretation.
Okay.
It's not really a hard and true science the way that other things are, but there's some interpretations that make a ton of sense.
Okay.
And for Freud, he always just wanted to look at what the backbeat was. What was the underlying message? So if you're getting chased by a witch in your dreams in a recurring way, which is another really popular one,
wow.
that can mean that there's a really powerful woman in your life who's intimidating you and making you feel like you need to keep running away.
I've never had a witch dream yet.
Oh, that's cool because you are the witch.
Well, it's funny that you say that because my little sister had that dream her entire childhood.
That's so weird.
She got in therapy and they figured out I was the witch. It was me.
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
Do you have a dream about witches?
I know.
Maybe other women have dreams about witches. It's me. Just kidding.
How about like sleepwalking? Is that something that happens from it, or is that just like
Not necessarily. That can just be a biological thing that happens. It tends to run in families. So if you have a family member who does it, you're more likely to have it happen to you. Do you sleepwalk?
I used to really bad?
Yeah. It can be if you notice, because some things can be triggered by anxiety or moments that are kind of low.
Okay.
So if you notice that when you're more anxious, you have things like that happen,
Right.
it could be rooted in anxiety, and shadow work would be the thing that would help.
And I talk in my sleep. When we were in Disney, she woke up one morning. She was like, "You like started talking last night," and I was like, "What?" She's like, "But then I realized you were like sound asleep."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is it sort of like, so not with getting too deep into my childhood, but I did have a very traumatic childhood. And sometimes certain noises or smells will trigger me.
Yes.
And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, and then I have to be like, wait, I'm an adult. Like this happened. This isn't now. Is that sort of what shadow working is? You bring that out in me?
Yeah, shadow work is how we heal it. What you're going through is a form of PTSD.
Okay.
Which, when we talk about post-traumatic stress disorder, it's often something that we talk about with like war veterans or people who have been through like horrific circumstances. But most people have had something really traumatic happen to them.
Right.
And when we don't deal with that trauma in the moment, if it's big enough, it's like putting a bomb in that junk closet that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like the door won't shut.
Okay.
So you'll have symptoms occur.
Right.
Things like you smell something and all of a sudden you start to have goosebumps.
Yeah.
Even just talking about it, goosebumps pop up on my arms. And you have that reaction where you want to just shut down, run away, scream, cry.
Right.
I
used to have the hardest time with Butterfinger.
I was just about to say there's certain candies that upset her, and if I see it before she does, I throw them away. Fun fact.
Immediately
or
pick
I
them up
move
and
them.
toss them.
Like
I'm just like, I was molested as a child and for quite some time. And this gentleman used to give me Butterfinger candies, like to like keep me quiet and kind of like persuade me. And every time like I see, now I'm okay. But once in a while, like if I see a Butterfinger wrapper, that fucking yellow wrapper, I'm like, oh, I'm back in that basement. I'm like, please God, not today.
yeah, I don't even think you know that I get rid of those candies if I see them around.
I didn't know that. Thank you.
She's a better daughter than you thought she was.
And it's a shame because Butterfingers are so good. Like I'm a butter ass.
But
Like
it
I love
upsets
butter.
her, and then she'll like go into her whole like I'm an adult, it's okay, and I feel bad, so I just kind of get rid of anything that.
I'm fine.
Well,
but
that's nice
that's
of
what
you.
you do. You bring that out. Okay.
On purpose, like slowly. That way it's not something that's going to overwhelm you because we don't want you to be in that crazy of a state. We want it to be something where it's manageable. And as we kind of peel back the layers of all these different things, it feels like you can tackle it. So that when you do have a trigger, whether it's something like a Butterfinger, or for me, I had cancer. So when I was going through cancer treatment, I had certain things that triggered me afterwards with my PTSD, where if I see them now, it doesn't even register.
Okay,
That's good. Sorry about that.
And so fine now. You know what? It makes for good podcasts. So
there you go.
Strong like a bull.
That's it.
That's been my saying for years. Strong like bull. Damn straight.
And I don't want anyone else to go through anything super traumatic. Like my hope is that we get to a point where people can just be like decent human beings and we can avoid stuff like that if people aren't assholes.
Yep.
But sometimes it does happen.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it doesn't have to be that big of a thing. Like think about childhood. There's so many things that happen to us when we're young. My daughter, she's 11 years old. Her and her best friend had a big fight last year. They don't talk anymore. That's her trauma.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. It's not anything. But for her and her tiny little 11-year-old body who's gone through nothing living in suburban South Jersey.
Horrible for her. Oh, yeah.
Horrible. So her body has reactions
Friend
to it.
breakups can be the worst.
Yeah.
The worst if you haven't gone through anything worse.
Yeah.
So the more things that have happened to you, the less those kind of things will impact you. Your level of resilience will build unless it's so traumatic that we blew up the closet.
Yeah, God. I blew up my closet a few times. I'm not going to lie. Whew.
Yeah.
Yep. So you do have a book, a best-selling book. Can you explain a little bit about your book? And then you also have, I don't want to say tarot cards, but you have cards. Can you explain those to me?
I'll explain both. So
awesome.
The book came about because right now shadow work is huge on TikTok and other places. So a publishing house had reached out to me and asked if I would write a book about it. Wow. So I thought, okay, we'll kind of mix the science and there's a spirituality component to it too. Yeah. Let's bring both of those things into one place and really explain for people what the heck is this and why is it that people should do it and can they even do it at home? So I wrote it all down in the book, shared it, and it took off.
Oh, wow.
And there's been other shadow work things that have taken off. Like there's a journal that exists, which helped boost my sales. So I love the person who wrote that. Thank you so much.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of people want to know what it is. You hear shadow work 1,000 times. It's super trendy. People talk about it constantly. But the science of what happens in the brain, how it impacts the body, and what do you actually do to make it happen for you so that when you see that trigger or you get pissed off by something or sad, or a lot of people have triggers come up with kids where like your kids start freaking out. You feel like you have that sensory reaction and then you don't know what to do. You freak out, you scream at somebody.
Yeah.
You don't have to be that way anymore. It doesn't have to be that way.
That's awesome. That was like the other day I was in the back kitchen and one of my employees came back, and I guess in school now they can't have their cell phones in class. I said, that's brilliant. Because I think kids with cell phones, I feel like it's a weapon. Yeah. I feel like it's more of a weapon than it is a good thing. It's nice to have it when your kids are in school to get a hold of them and stuff. But I like the idea of them putting that in the front of the classroom in a basket. She had like a fucking meltdown. What if I have a panic attack? What if I have to call my mom? Like, you're in the classroom. We went through all my years in school with a fucking dial phone that you had to pay for in the front lobby of the high school.
Yeah.
I'm like, I never was able to get a hold of my mom. She was out on the farm doing something. I made out okay. Like, these kids will make out okay. I'm like, and me, I yelled at her. I'm like, what do you mean? You'll be fine without your phone. She's looking at me like, what the hell? I'm like, you're not going to have a panic attack. And I'm thinking, I'm having a panic attack on you because you think you're going to have a panic attack and not be able to call your mom. Like, it'll be okay.
Think about the different triggers.
Yeah. It's just like an anxious attachment that I think a lot of people have to this like object.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's the new blankie.
Comfort. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the blankie or the stuffy.
Yes,
and
it is.
For a lot of kids, it's been their lifeline their whole lives. As mom and dad are like, we don't have time for you. We're both working because none of us can afford not to work anymore. Right. So your phone's going to babysit you. Yep. And now that's my stuffy, my lovey, my blankie, and I can't let it go.
I'm glad I raised my kids. They're 18 and almost 23. I didn't have a cell phone. And if I did, I didn't use it. We didn't have Facebook and Instagram.
You were out on
the
farm. You couldn't.
Damn straight. I sang to my kids. I pushed them on the swings. I did picnics. I mean, I did stuff. I played with my kids every day. And I don't regret that one bit at all. And I'm proud to say that I think I did a pretty damn good job.
I played with my Barbie dolls in the loft at the farm in the winter.
Till
like,
she was
in the
like,
snow.
Till you were 18.
Nuh-uh. Not at
You were like 18.
No, I was not. I
week.
literally.
This just happened.
But I had like this really long yellow rope and I braided 3 of them and I'd pretend she was like Rapunzel when I was little out the loft window, like nobody watching me. And I'd throw the dolls out the window.
God.
That's really cute though. But they sparks creativity to have nothing to do. And that's a really healthy thing. And now kids are distracted by everything, which you would think would help them in some ways, but it actually makes that junk closet more shallow.
Yeah.
When your brain isn't used to having to have creative moments and come up with resilience and do things differently, you have a very, very shallow closet in your mind. So shadow work is even more necessary now than it has been before.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
So what do you do? Do you take people into appointments, or like, how does it work? Like, how do you speak to everybody?
I used to. That was how this all started.
Okay.
Yeah, when I started my career, I actually started as a licensed psychotherapist and as a professor at Penn State.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, I taught
girl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I taught abnormal psychology and I taught a neuroscience class where it's like
neat.
the brain from in utero all the way up until age 7.
Wow.
And when I was doing all those things and helping people, shadow work would come up just because Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud are like the grandfathers of psychotherapy.
Can
They're
I
like
just say something about the Sigmund? Weren't they tiger people, or am I thinking of something else?
No, that's somebody else, but I love that you just said that.
That's what it reminds me of. Wasn't it like Siegfried and Freud or something?
This is where her
the
brain
one.
is, guys. This is where her closet is.
And Sigmund Freud would have things to say about that. Sigmund Freud's the guy who talked about like you have an Oedipal complex or like you want to like be in a relationship with your mom.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Not you.
No, I know what you mean.
Oh, my God.
Those are the ones. It was like the guys who started psychotherapy were like, these creepy old white men who basically just came up with theories on a whim because they wanted to get published and get famous. And back then, there was no research. There weren't any checks. Nobody was looking in to see if what you're doing was kosher. So people just got away with a lot of stuff.
Wow,
So
okay.
some of those things, like a lot of like, we talk about like phobias. We talk about like a need to like focus on chewing, having things in your mouth. All these different complexes, these all come from these guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, geez.
Shit rocks.
Shit rocks.
You rock. She rocks.
I rock what?
No, like she rocks. Like something's wrong with her.
I rock like
That's
this.
her stimming.
Yeah.
That's actually a way for your body to calm down when it's anxious.
It is anxious. So like when we were at the airport to go to Disney, I felt myself rock. I'm like, oh wait, fuck, there's people around. Let me stop.
And her sister goes side to side.
That's the anxiety reaction in the body. But yeah, when it started there and I started doing all that work in psychotherapy and whatnot, got the cancer diagnosis and was like, I have all the skills. I know what to do and I'm not getting better. I just feel like shit. You know, when you've gone through heavy trauma, you don't know what to do. So I kind of went on a whim and was like, I've talked about shadow work so many times. I've taught this lesson 1,000 times.
Oh, good for you. That's amazing.
Yeah, I found a shadow worker. She did it with me, taught me everything she knew, and then I took it from there. And now with the book, the deck, everything else.
Yeah, tell us about your deck. So explain the deck to us.
Yeah, the deck is just like an easier version of the book. Books aren't for everybody. You and I were talking about that before.
Yeah.
Books are not for everybody. So if you're someone who you're like, I'm never going to read something, the deck is a great place to start. Cool. Basically, all the questions I would have asked as a therapist are in there. 44 questions, pull one, plop it down, read it. Yeah, go to the guidebook, see what's in there. And then there's like a corresponding workbook thing to do.
Oh, that's neat.
That's probably good for people with anxiety and stuff or that need to like calm down at night.
Yeah.
If they have stuff on their mind.
Therapy in a box.
And where can everybody get all your book and your tarot cards? I keep saying tarot cards, sorry. And your shadow
we
cards
talked about this before, so different, but I do love a tarot card.
Yeah.
Everything is available. If you like shopping online, you can go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart.
Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, these are in most Barnes & Nobles.
Oh, I love that. That's cool.
And the deck just came out, so I don't think it's in Barnes & Nobles yet, but you can get those online
So wait, when you walk in like Target and when you walk into Barnes & Noble and you see your book, what do you like, posing with it?
I go and write notes.
Or you'd be like,
cute.
if they're looking, somebody's looking at it, I'd be like, I wrote that.
I've done that.
I would do that.
1,000%.
Oh my God.
my book over there.
I'm like, do you like self-help?
Oops. Oh, I just
see
dropped
you
my
looking
book.
at Jay Shetty's book, but also, have you seen this one?
Yeah, it's so funny. I'll sign it for you right now.
No, I usually write little notes in them, like something
that's
cutesy.
neat,
That way if somebody picks it up, they're like, well, now I'm going to buy this.
Oh, I love that.
that's
Oh,
so
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's neat. Marlena, is there any other questions that you have for Danielle?
No, I think that's so cool.
Are you guys into like the witchy stuff? Anything kind of like on that side?
I like turtles, but
anything on the farm?
I feel like I get like witchy whenever like September hits. Like all of a sudden I feel like
right now for everybody to be like,
yeah.
oh yeah,
Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
That's on my playlist in here.
Obviously. It has to be as we drink our pumpkin pie lattes.
So when you say witchy, are you talking about Wiccan? Or are you talking about witch?
No, Wiccan is like a religion.
Okay.
Witchy's just like, I like crystals. Sometimes
I know,
pay
I'm staring
attention
at
to the
your
moon.
necklace.
Yeah, you have a big crystal. That's pretty.
I do. I actually just did. She's a podcaster as well.
Oh, wow.
So we can maybe.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, her stuff is amazing.
Oh,
Hawk
wow.
Couture.
It's called Couture?
Hawk Couture.
Hawk Couture.
Like
Oh,
the
that's
bird.
neat.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cute.
Oh, hawk. I got it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
We sell like a lot of we sell like a witch kit in here and it's all different herbs and like little crystals and rocks in a box. We really like that kind of stuff. I just think it's cute and a lot of people really love it when they come in here and buy it.
Totally. And that's usually the people who find their way to shadow work because even though it's a psychology based thing, it has really taken roots in New Age spirituality. So people are getting their crystals and they're doing their shadow work.
Oh, that's neat.
So if you see this, it's meant to be. Come buy a witch box from Hens and Honey.
Oh.
And get into shadow work. It's meant to be.
And this is the perfect time now.
Oh, maybe we can have you come in and do a book signing.
I would love that. That could be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Next to the witch boxes.
There we go. They're 2 for 1.
Good
Come by 'em.
Lord. Good grief. All right, guys, this is the end of the show, and we always do our thought of the day. My thought of the day is shadow work is not all about forcing the light. It's about learning to sit with yourself in the dark.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's good.
How about you, Danielle?
All right. So I'm going to read a quote from my book.
Love that.
I'm not afraid of my darkness. I'm inspired by it because within the darkest corners of my soul, I found myself.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's very
I like
deep.
that.
That's a little
is
tribute
deep.
to what you get in the book.
I like that.
Buy the book.
Okay, Marlena, it's your show now.
Thank you. Go where your energy is reciprocated, celebrated, and appreciated.
Beautiful.
You guys, thank you again for tuning in to Boss Babe Brews. Danielle, thank you so much for coming on. You're truly amazing.
Thanks for having me.
100%.
You're so fun.
100%. We're making
100%.
merch. Come get a
God.
t-shirt.
And be sure to subscribe to Boss Babe Brews on all your favorite social media platforms that you listen to your podcasts on. Have a great day.
This has been Boss Babe Brews, hosted by Valerie and Marlena Robinson, recorded at Hens and Honey Shop in Swedesboro, New Jersey, and produced by Breakdown Media. Follow Hens and Honey on Instagram and TikTok for more, and make sure you subscribe to get new episodes every Friday.